Hey, this is Val Selby, and after over 20 years online, I can track where my mindset has blocked me. If procrastination, imposter syndrome, and a lack of focus have been blocking your biz, then Val Full Volume is here to help you see choices you are making. Get ready to use your expertise to collaborate like a pro as you create the business of your dreams. Now is the time to make changes and live your best life. Let's get to it. Hello. Welcome to another week. I'm so happy to have you here. I've got mindset stuff to talk about today. And if you've been on here a while, I really don't like recording when I'm low energy, but so much has been going on and I know the value in coming and talking through it. I used to apologize because I used to call myself an oversharer, like it was a bad thing. And I guess oversharing technically is a bad thing, but I'm just a sharer and I don't apologize for that. I mean, that's why I have the podcast, right? That's why I'm a coach. I share my experiences and what I've done to go through. That's how I've created workshops, is by going through the steps and writing them down and then creating the workshop based on what I've done. And so here we are. Here we are on the crash. I've crashed. You can only be on go for so long. And I've been on go for months now. I've been aware. I've been paying attention. I obviously knew that the crash would happen, and I'll get into, there's an end. That's why I'm at the crash level right now. It's all good. Please don't worry. I knew that the last 3 months, 2.5 months, whatever we are on right now, it's 2.5 months. Can you believe that? Can you believe I've been on go and all the stuff that I'll talk about right now has been go for it's just 2.5 months. That's insane to me. So during that time, I've been really aware. This was not 2020 rehash when I burned out. This was not anything like that. I was aware. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to maintain what I was doing. It just had to happen. It just was. And because of goals, I really wanted it to happen. So I was doing it for positive reasons. So let me just glaze over. So like 2.5 months ago, my business partner, she needed out of the business. Her businesses take up a lot of her time. Bundle Bash is a full-time job. And even for the two of us, it was a full-time job. And so that and her other businesses was just way too much. So I knew this. I love her. I wanted her out right away. So I just was putting things in place and taking over everything immediately and getting her out, right? So that's all been happening. That transition is 100% complete. There was just a bunch of steps that had to happen, LLCs, all of that, bank stuff, just so many little pieces that I didn't know anywhere. I didn't have a list of stuff. It just was throwing in here. Oh gosh, I better do that kind of thing. So I was transitioning into taking it all over. And I wanted that. I still want that. I love it. I set my businesses all to the side and I 100% absolutely love Bundle Bash. It's where I'm meant to be. Adore it. Love it. But taking over everything after having a partner, and we were such good partners, that was a lot on its own. Forward maybe 2.5 weeks after that conversation we had, and they finally figured out what was wrong with my mother-in-law, and she had 3 major brain tumors, cancer, and no hope. I lost my stepmother-in-law the same way 7 years ago. So it was a blessing and a curse that we knew exactly what was going to happen. So I was doing all of the business stuff, transitioning all of the business stuff, fully taking it on as my own. And I will reiterate again how much I love that. Not losing my partner, of course, but I love it. I love the business. I love that it's mine. I love that I'm in complete control of my destiny with this site. Then we're traveling. It's a 4-hour trip over to go visit and spend as much time with my mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law as possible. So I'm working full-time business in only a few days a week. I'm doing bits and pieces. Things are not getting completed like I want them completed. Some stuff got dropped completely because there's just only so much time and so much mental energy. And she just recently passed away. So that's why I'm saying that I knew that this was going to hit a crash point because we knew it was inevitable. So the crash is here. And as I look at some of the stuff that got dropped, I knew that there was going to be a couple of tougher months just because I wasn't so into my stuff as I was pulling in my partner's stuff. And it was just an adjustment period. So I'm letting myself have the crash. And I'm so deep into the awareness of feeling like a failure as I'm not working at times. And I'm not going to analyze my words. So here's something I'd like to lead you into. If you're having thoughts and feelings, have the thoughts and feelings. It is okay. It is okay. If somebody heard those thoughts or feelings, they'd be like, oh, you can't talk like that about yourself kind of thing. Bullshit. It's in my head and I have to deal with it. I have to work through. That's the thought that's in my head. So I do have to work through it. I can't just tell myself, oh, you can't think like that. It's like, no, I am thinking like that. It's a fact. I am thinking about that, about the stuff that I've dropped and things that I had to change and how I had to work through. Oh my God, you are a failure. Everybody's going to judge you that you're running a business into the ground now, blah, 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 blah. All this bullshit is going through my head because I'm human. I'm human. So I'm really paying attention to the fact that, you know what? There's facts. Things had to happen. There's facts. I wouldn't change what happened. There's a fact that I only had so many hours, and that means that some things didn't go the way that I would like them to. And I'm trying to remember, I'm battling through this right now. I'm trying to remember that not everything in business is going to be a home run. Sometimes things don't work out right. And they fail. And it's part of business. If you're not failing, then you're not trying new things, right? So I'm really paying attention, and I can be super specific. I canceled the bundle. So as of recording, it was supposed to launch today. So we have always had the first Friday of the month, unless it's a holiday, is always a bundle launch for, I think, 18 months now. And I called it. I called this one and I contacted everybody on Monday. It launches on Friday. And I'm looking at it going, this is when I'm supposed to be in scramble mode to make this better, to make it worthy in my brain of launching, right? And I was going to have to scramble hard. I was really going to have to scramble on this one because this was right in smack dab in the middle and the recruiting just wasn't there and so much. So I'm looking at it and it's supposed to launch on Friday. My mother-in-law passed on Sunday night of that week. And Monday I get up and I'm just like, I just can't. I can't scramble. I don't have scramble in me. I don't have boogie my ass in me. I don't have the PC to do the emails. And I only say the PC because I'm in blunt mode. I don't give a fuck right now, except for my itty bitty little circle. And I know this. And this is what I'm talking about. When you've got the thoughts rolling through your head, just own that is what's happening. And I know this. So I just know that this is not the time for me to be doing customer service or reaching out to people because I just don't have the normal niceness and excitement that I have when I'm reaching out. I knew this week that there was no way in hell that was going to come across. So on Monday, I called it. I just contacted everybody. I told them what's up. I contacted the affiliates and I canceled the bundle. And I will be honest, I'm still dealing with the thoughts through my head of, holy crap, really? You've never, ever canceled a bundle. I think I think we had one client's event that we moved because her life just got really chaotic for her. So we moved it. Other than that, I never so many different bundles and giveaways, and we've never even moved one, and never have I canceled one. So I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with the feels of going, oh my God, really? What's everybody thinking? It drives me a little bonkers when I get into the what's everybody thinking mode. And I know that that's because I'm just in a space right now. I'm just totally in a space. So rational thoughts are not popping up left and right by any means. It's a lot of irrational thought going through my brain. A lot. The whole reason I'm telling you all of this and going way into the story, I want you to pay attention to when you do need to change something, drop something, not do something anymore. There have been times where I have held on to things like, I have to make this work, versus taking a look at it and going, okay, do I really want this? Or do I not really want this? And maybe that's why it's not working, because it's not really a want. It's a now I feel like, God damn it, I have to get this. I have to get it right. Stubbornness, just pure stubbornness. And it's funny because like when we're in the mastermind and we're all talking and we all have so many different ideas. You're a creative entrepreneur, right? There's just always ideas coming in here. So why at times do we hold on to something that's not working, or that we know is probably not going to work because of whatever various things are going on, and we hold on to it so tight? Meanwhile, we're going, oh my God, I have so many new ideas that I would love to try. And we've got this battle that we're not even acknowledging of, if I drop this shit over here, I don't feel it's going to work. Or I've tried it multiple times and I can't get it right. How about I just learn from all of the stuff that might have gone right and go with one of the new ideas of my list of 5 billion new ideas? How about we give ourselves permission to do that? We give ourselves permission to brainstorm and come up with all of these ideas all of the time, but we don't give ourselves permission to actually go for it and make switches. Very often, we just don't do that. So by canceling something, dropping something, you're making room. And I'm not saying just go and cancel everything because it's not working. That's not the point whatsoever. There are times to push through and make stuff work. There are times that our brain is telling us to stop doing something because it wants to sabotage. That's a different story. I'm talking about times where, you know what? This just isn't working. And why? You need to ask yourself why. Why are you continuing to try to make it work? And if you can come up with a good reason, beautiful. But if you can't come up with a good reason of why you should continue pushing and shoving and trying to make it work, then maybe you just need to move on. Maybe you just need to cancel that. And I think way back in the beginning of the podcast, I think I even talked about, you could be in the wrong business. You could be. You could be. There's times where a business is perfect and it might even be making money. And then all of a sudden we've grown. Maybe we're talking to new people. Maybe there's just a new direction that has gotten more exciting as you were in that business. And it's okay to change. It's okay to even just like 100% drop it and go in a completely different direction. All of that is okay, as long as you know why you're doing it. Please pay attention to why you're doing it. If you're doing it because you're scared of getting it correct or fear of failure or all of that, nope, don't sabotage. If you are feeling like you need to do something new because it's just time, really pay attention to the why. Why are you feeling drawn to do something new, to cancel what you're doing, to make changes? Take a look at that. Let's see. I did jot down some notes because I knew I would be so scattered. The only other thing that I want to talk about is knowing when you need to take the downtime and giving yourself permission to take that downtime. I've been really doing that this week. Really doing that. And I'm at the point right now where I'm like, oh my gosh, what's not getting done? I'm battling it in my brain right now because I haven't worked as many hours this week, and I'm okay with that. I'm giving myself permission to just get in the Jeep and drive, or to just go sit outside, or just go water the flowers for longer than I need to, or just sit here in my desk and not even be clicking around, like not even be pretending that I'm working. Just sit here. Just let a feeling happen. Just take some deep breaths. And it's different for me because usually I like to just bust through it, but I'm going to be different this time because just busting through it hasn't worked in the past. So I don't want to do that this time. I'm just really being aware. I'm really paying attention to what I'm doing, and I'm giving myself permission to do what I need to do right now, because that's going to be okay. I think that's the healthy way for me to work through the grief this time. And I'm doing a lot of that. And if I want to take a nap, I take a nap. And and there have been days, even this week, where I get excited and I'm just busting through stuff and busting through work and making connections. And it feels great. It feels great. But then when I'm done and my energy level goes down, I'm like, okay, we can be done now. What are we going to go do now? So take a look at what you're doing. If you were just listening to this and you already had the thought pop into your head of, oh my gosh, she's talking about this workshop, she's talking about this with me. If you already felt that, then sit on why. Why are you feeling that? Why did that part of your business, or even that business, pop up when you've been listening to me talk? Visit it. Are you doing stuff that you feel like you are supposed to be doing, but you don't really want to? Are you over it? Have you moved on? Have you grown? Have you outgrown what you're doing? I don't know. No. Big questions. I know. Big questions. Big questions. This is often what I'm working through with coaching clients on. There's a lot of these big questions because I usually have the midlife women, of course, being midlife women myself. And we've got so much going on in midlife, and we're going through so much mindset and changes usually. So it's, of course, going to happen with our business as well. So if you need a chat, hit me up. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. You can contact me through the website at any time. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you're taking the time to enjoy your beautiful day, to enjoy your business. I hope that you are happy in your business. I hope that your business is bringing you some joy. Not every day, of course, not every second, because there's still stuff we got to do that we don't want, right? Okay, I'm going to leave it at that before I start absolutely rambling. And thanks for being here. I'll talk to you next week.